It looked like long hours and hard work. So I tell people that the reason I decided to go into full-time entrepreneurship, I had been a trial lawyer ever since I started practicing law in 1995. So I started as a public defender. And then I went into employment law, so representing companies, global companies all over with their employee issues. It's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of long hours. And at some point, I was just like, there could be more. There must be more than this. And in the last couple of years that I was practicing, I started practicing some personal injury, which I don't love. And we'd have to take depositions of expert witnesses. And I remember sitting in a deposition and I was taking the deposition of an expert witness. And one of the questions that we ask is how much money they've made from being an expert witness, right? So we can use it against them. And we were sitting in Tampa in this high rise building downtown. I mean, the views were spectacular. This man who is a doctor, a medical doctor, owned this floor, right, of this this building. And he said, he's told us, like I asked, I think in the last 3 years, he'd made millions, millions. And I was sitting there like, this man is making millions off of what he knows, not what he does, what he knows, right? So we're hiring him to look at medical records, or the plaintiff is hiring him to look at medical records to assess and to give his opinion, right? Based on his education, based on his expertise. And he's paid thousands of dollars an hour, right, to do this. And then over time, millions. And I was like, oh, you're in the wrong business. You are in the wrong business. And it happened multiple times. And I started just thinking, these people are basically cash flowing what they know, right? They are cash flowing what they know. And how can I do that? And so I started thinking about how can I take all the things that I have done, right? And as a lawyer and all the other things we just talked about and leverage that in a way that I could use my voice. And the other thing that personally had happened is that my son had been victimized by the police. And it's something that I really wanted to talk about. And I really wanted to be able to use my voice in a space that I was not restricted, right? And so as a lawyer, we have lots of rules and there's things we have to say and can't say. And so I started looking at entrepreneurship. I started looking at speaking. And so the end of 2017, I made a list. And on that list, it said that I was going to deliver a keynote, deliver a TEDx, write my first book, and I was going to become a professional speaker, duh. And so I made that list. And then I just diligently worked for that list.